What's up, YouTube? We're here again for the last construction update of my flip. So it looks amazing right now. It's only finishing touches. We're gonna be having photographers come by on Monday, it's Saturday today, and then listing it. I plan on making another update when I am selling, so probably in like a month or so from right now, once we are gonna be selling and are under contract. We have the whole thing painted white and black. Last time, I don't remember how it looked like. I think it was getting painted. And we also have put in the new windows and trim. We had shutters here before. I decided to be a lot cheaper if we instead just put on some fences. I can't think of the name, fence material. It was like $2 each. We got the door painted nicely black. We still gotta get the correct doorknob, but everything's been painted and is finished. So going in, I'm gonna walk backwards. We have the entrance. Here's what we've got. So I'm pretty happy with how this looks. It is much more open, it's fully painted. We got all the doors, trims, windows in with the lights. We also have the kitchen fully done. As you can see here, we just are missing these appliances to be hooked on. I have a brand new stove or range, got the microwave in, and I have the dishwasher installed. All the windows are in. These are all brand new windows. I think last time it was not installed. They all look really good. Very happy with how it turned out. I've also already cleaned up the entire back of the house. Going to the master bedroom. We got the brand new window there as well. So here we got the brand new window. Pretty simple, pretty plain. Not too shabby at all. New doors, new trim. Obviously the texture we had a while ago. Going to the restroom, I'm just missing the mirror to be installed, which is very quick. And we also have this tub resurfaced. This is a great way that I've been able to make these pop and look much nicer without much work. Really just $400. And we also have new faucets. Very happy with how those look. Getting out of here, let's go to the kitchen and show you guys that a little bit more. Into the kitchen, we also have the backsplash. So all of our finish outs are done. I'm super stoked with how this place looks. The only issue, as I kind of talked about in my last video, is that the comps have gone down since we bought the house. So I was expecting to sell it for around $325, $330. It looks like now I'll probably sell it for around $305, which means that along with the fact that I spent a little bit more in construction than I wanted to, we're probably gonna break even on this house. Not a big deal. We're just gonna keep persevering and moving forward, but ultimately, this house was a waste of my time. So looking through, you can see here I'm really happy with how all this looks. Super clean, super modern. And in the garage, I think the garage doesn't really have much going on. I'm pretty sure it's just materials that I have to return. So we'll actually take a look. Yep, I was right. So it's just materials. This is all extra material from Lowe's that I gotta return, along with some trash I gotta haul out. And not much going on here really. And let's go to the backyard. So in the back, we actually did finish out the shed and we put in a outlet and a switch. So you can see here from the exterior plug, we put a conduit underground, dug it under, and we have it running to our shed that we've painted much nicer. So this was really something that wasn't sure if I wanted to do. It turned out that only adding the electricity costs like $500, so I was like, whatever, let's just do it. And obviously none of this is permitted. Don't sue me, bro. But yeah, pretty happy with how this looks. I was thinking of insulating and finishing out the space, but I decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna let the owner or future buyer choose what they want to do. Just because, there isn't really any comps in this neighborhood where I live that have finished out sheds. Really, just having electrical is already better than most sheds. So, I don't know if the buyer's gonna wanna use it for storage or for their lawn equipment or whatever the case may be. I just figured it'd be good just to leave it kind of more of a canvas for them to work with, albeit being fully painted. For the two smaller rooms, nothing too crazy going on over here. We've got it fully painted and with the fan and lights and windows. We got all brand new windows in the entire house. I think I kind of showed that before. And I honestly think this is my best looking flip I've done to date. I do wish this color of the paint was the white that I initially had. The creamy doesn't look bad at all. I think it actually kind of blends in well, and it didn't really stand out. The only thing is that if I knew this would have been creamy, I would have ordered different floor colors because they're actually kind of a similar shade of yellow or yellowish hue, if that makes sense. So, you know, looking back, well, you can kind of see it more in this angle where the flooring and the walls are kind of a similar yellow that doesn't perfectly match with the gray cabinets. I think white would have looked much more coherent and, you know, smooth throughout. Of course, the new owner can paint the house if they like, and I think it would be fine even just throwing your furniture down as is. So, since this last update, it's actually been more like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks since the last one before. The only thing is that because of how slow the progress is going, I was anticipating to finish this house in a month. Really, it took around 7 weeks. And there's a few reasons for that. Number one, my contractor, the main guy that I use, he recently got a job with Popeyes to do all of their construction maintenance on 5 locations. Very happy for him, but that has been pulling him away from this. At the same time, he is generally cheaper than other guys that I use or have used, so I can't really fault him. He found a good opportunity, and at the same time, I've also have not been present on site very often because I've been working so much with both my other real estate ventures and as well as my full-time job, having to travel out of the city almost once a week for over a month. So those two things combined, you know, slowed the fact that I could bring materials here so quickly, take materials out and trash out, and also with his new job, it did take longer. Now, what does that mean? It just means that I have to pay probably another $1,800 in holding costs between the whole project, which isn't gonna kill me. But, you know, as somebody that likes to move quickly, that likes to have speed and effort and, you know, just movement, it hurts a little bit, but you know, it's all done. It looks great. I'm very happy. He should be coming by tomorrow to finish up the appliances. I have an appliance installer coming, and then I have to change all the doorknobs, and then change, I think, one light that my electrician messed up. But otherwise, photos are gonna for sure be ready by Monday. I usually like to stage my houses, but I've noticed that in this neighborhood, the other houses don't stage. So they just do the AI generated photos of furniture and call it a day. So that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna copy what the other people do. And thankfully, this will be my last house I plan to do for a long time. If I do end up doing another house, it's gonna be a ridiculous deal that doesn't make any sense, and I will not plan on flipping it. I'll probably end up keeping it. So this is gonna be the first one in a long time. And yeah, I'm very happy with how this looks. You know, it's just one, it's almost, at this point, it's like something I can manage on the side compared to my typical, you know, the past 6 other houses that I've done. But yeah, I got really nothing else on this update. We'll have a good amount to talk about in the next one about how it ends up going with me listing it, if I have to price drop, if I get multiple offers. The market is crazy, weird, and horrible right now, so there'll be a lot to say in that one. I also am gonna be closing on this Rosanke self-storage facility on Monday. Super excited. I'm gonna have another video about that in probably a week or so. So super pumped. Hope you guys are there for that one. If you like the video, if you like what I'm talking about, if you like real estate, let me know, like, rate, comment, subscribe, do that whole thing. I hope to see you guys in the next one, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Peace.